Darling, 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 darling. Any sugar, my dear? Dear? Grab a cuppa, darling. It's tea and toast time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Tea and Toast. This is episode 7 with me, Freddie Cashport. We also have the wonderful Nancy, the immeasurable B, and the one and only Bella. Episode 7. Here we go.
Woo! Yeah. Hi guys, how are we?
Thanks for having me on. It's lovely to see all of you, first of all.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Oh, no, my Mondays aren't too busy, and I don't know, I don't get the opportunity to have a chat to people like yourselves on a Monday evening to really top it off. So no, this is good for me. I'm excited for it. So yeah, thanks for having me again.
And Freddie, can I just say you're glowing?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
You are glowing. You look really well.
Oh, thanks. Good. And I'm not
Freddie,
oh, go on, Nance.
sorry, I'm not going to lie. I can't tell if you're going or not because I can't see anything at the moment. Just before the podcast started,
Yeah.
just before it started, my contact lens got caught in my eye and I couldn't get it out. My eyes were streaming, and now I've got no contacts in. I literally can't see a thing, so I might have to put my glasses on in a minute. But if my eyes look red, I haven't been crying, honestly.
Oh,
Yes.
bless ya. Well, you look stunning, babe, and I'm loving the new eyelashes.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, Nance. Love them.
What was that?
I thought you was talking to Freddie when you said you loved the eyelashes.
Why? What's up with my eyelashes? Did they not do it as well?
Freddie, you've got gorgeous eyelashes as well, so don't worry.
You did.
Thanks. And you beat me to it because I was going to say about the eyelashes first, Nance, just to put it out there.
Thanks, Freddie.
Do it. How are we, Freddie? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Because remind us, what episode did you go out on 99 again?
So I went out on episode 3. I know that's something that me and B can both relate to. So, yeah, Trez. Yeah, exactly. You know what's funny, though, just before we get into that? I didn't know, obviously, that you went out on episode 3, because when I went out, it was like one of the last 2 or 3 challenges of the day. And then, obviously, went to bed and then went. And then the next day when I was traveling, you must have gone. By the way, obviously, just to put it out there, Bella knows this from talking probably the most. I do have ADHD, so if I do go off on a little, open another tab and start talking.
Join the club, Freddie.
Join
the club.
Welcome to the team.
You're fitting right at home.
Yeah, you're at home. Don't worry, you're at home.
No, I was just going to say, but if we get to the point, where you've got that many tabs open that you can't even see one. If we get to that level, just give me the look and we'll do it. But
we'll do a desktop clean. Yeah,
there we go. That's it. but yeah, so went on episode 3. I went out in the balloon challenge for anyone who doesn't remember. And
you had a cheating scandal, didn't you?
I know. When I saw the sun and I saw a cheat next to me, I was like, I feel like Ashley Cole. Do you know what I mean? This is crazy. So yeah, and when I saw what it was actually about, I was like, biggest nothing article ever. But the biggest disappointment was the awful photo of me that they used. So really didn't look very good. But still, I guess no such thing as bad publicity. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. But
that's it.
Yeah,
exactly.
If I'm gonna go out, I want to go out with a bit of a puff of smoke.
Bit of drama.
Yeah, and I feel like I got that with what I had as well previously on the show, and I really thought they did me good with my exit as well. I have to say, I can't moan about that. They did. It was very heartwarming. So yeah, it was fun to watch it back.
You come across so well. You really did, Freddie. Honestly, a lot of people said to me, "Oh, I love Freddie." So you really did, honestly, and you are a true gentleman as well. You really was. We all said this. All of us girls said how much we thought like a gentleman you was, and that really did come across. It really did.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
I second that, Nance. I do. My favourite bit of you was your dance though, when you were like, go like this in the air.
Well, which is why this week, that challenge with the swinging of the thing, I was like, oh my God, you've seen that I can do this. So I could have done that.
You would have breezed that challenge.
Yeah, oh yes, you would have.
Yeah. Freddie, I think we all just fell in love with you because of your reactions as well. I mean, obviously you're a lovely guy, you're a real gentleman, but those reactions are priceless.
Well, as we've already discussed, I'm a little bit erratic, so my brain just kind of pulls me one way, and I've got no saying if we go that way or not. We just do. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'm a bit of a big old emo and very emotional person. So when you feel yeah, I'm like crazy emotional. When in fact, just to not to brown nose again, but listening to the earlier episode of Tea and Toast, which I've heard all of, one about crying at films. When you run about that, speaking of emotional. I honestly all the time. Like, but not even to sad stuff like the stuff you people. Honestly, it's kind of like really random. For example, Tarzan 5 times in that film I cry.
I love Tarzan.
No, but like the music just gets you. Do you know what I mean? Or it does me. Just, like sets me off.
Yeah.
But really random. Oh, and obviously. I think everyone cried at Toy Story 3, and I've judged people who don't cry at the end of that.
I love Toy Story. Toy Story is
your
one of my favourites. Toy Story 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Toy Story 4 because of Forky.
I like Toy Story 4 because that's where I got my little girl's name from, Bonnie.
Hi, Nancy.
But I've got to say, though.
How funny we've mentioned that.
Yeah, but I've got to say, sorry, Freddie, I'm a little bit of a hard bitch. I don't really cry at sad films very
I know, I remember.
She didn't even cry at the new Bridget Joneses.
I haven't seen it yet. I know it's supposed to be a bit of a tearjerker, so I am going to watch it. But and I love Bridget Jones movies anyway. But no, I was like, you know what, fair play, Nance. I'm like awful at it. Like even stuff that I've forgotten about. That's not even a sad bit. I'm just like, oh, I can't believe that. Just I'm a prop, honestly. Yeah. To answer your question, Ballot, emotional. That's me.
I cry at happy things. I tend to cry when things are like. Yeah, really, really happy. It makes me emotional. I don't know why, rather than sad stuff.
Follow Musher, I get it. So yeah, no, I'm like, oh, it's so happy and nice. It's like, well, I got real happy like that. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Freddie. Well, it's been a hot minute. We have chatted in the background though. But I think episode 3 was quite difficult for all of us because we obviously lost Bianca and we lost you. And it was just a real hard-hitting episode, and a lot of big characters went out in episode 3, I think. Had they stayed in the competition, I think they would have gone a bit further, especially with the team challenges.
Oh!
I'm going to have to. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to.
By the way, are you all on the wine?
All on the wine, say that.
Hey!
Cheers, everyone! Cheers!
What are you drinking, Freddie?
You know, I'm not much of a dingy person. I don't even know that's how bad it is. I don't even know. It is Pinot Grigio dal Venezia Blush. I don't know what that even means. Yeah.
Rosé.
I don't know if I can plug. My mum bought it for me, so I trust what she thinks because she's got a lot of experience in the wine department. So, yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
What's your mum called?
My mum, Deborah. Shall I say hello to Deborah?
Hi,
Deborah!
These are my friends from the show.
Freddie's amazing.
We love it.
Such a gent, I was going to say. I can get my words out.
That ladies are.
As much as I love you, Freddie, can we talk about me and my exit?
Sorry, because it's a touchy subject for me, and I might, we've already discussed how I can cry about stuff very easily. You know what I mean?
Look, I know. Can I just say, Nance, watching that back, I was so sad, but seeing you come over to me and just give me the biggest hug, you genuinely, do you know what? You were like half like, oh my God, she's gonna flip out, to, oh, I really feel bad for her, and I wasn't sure which way I was gonna go.
Did you see my face? I was just like,
oh God.
Oh man.
But thank you so much, because you, Grant, and Robin, I mean, most people came over, but I remember vividly thinking like, oh, you were just kind of like my little guardian angels, because
Oh,
I was absolutely gutted for going
yeah.
out, especially on a team challenge. I really
It was
do
quite
feel,
hard to watch,
yeah,
Was
yeah,
hard to watch, yeah.
Agreed.
it was.
especially with all of the shouting and the arguing. It was not very nice, was it?
It wasn't very nice. And I think it's funny because, well, not funny, ironic. I literally said before the challenge started, I said, we all need to talk to each other and give each other respect. And that's exactly what we didn't do.
Yeah.
And there was, I'm not going to mention names, but there were a few occasions where it was like, get out the way and like move. And I just thought that was really, really disrespectful. I haven't spoken to that person since the show in terms of that on Saturday night, but if they're watching, it would be nice to have an apology, because I remember them saying, oh, you pushed me, and I was like, I didn't push him, I didn't. And
Oh my God.
I know, and they didn't show him swearing at me either in the show, because obviously it's before Watershed. But that whole experience was just horrible. And I really did go away thinking like, wow, I've kind of been lumped on this team, which none of us communicated properly. None of the boys were listening to me. And the whole thing just crumbled. So
I think a lot of panic set in, didn't it?
because I could see, I mean, I think some of them just checked out, halfway through, and they just looked like they just gave up. And then, some people were really, really panicking. And then I felt like I had to overcompensate and like pick up the pieces, which then made it more chaotic. And that team game was all about teamwork, and it was all about keeping calm and communication. And none of those things we did, which ultimately was our demise. So if I hadn't have gone out, I do think that I would have got to the final. And especially because I loved those games that you guys were playing. Like after I left, I just would have loved to have done them.
And you were all big characters in that team, so it was a big
It
loss.
was, yeah, it was a massive
Yeah.
drop. It was.
Yeah.
I bet, like, we all know how stressful it is anyway, but I just felt like that game just looked even more intense.
Yeah.
Like, and the pressure on you is like, it looked really, really hard and really difficult.
Yeah, it was. It really, really was. And I think it translated over TV. Or do you think?
Yeah, no, it did. It did.
Yeah,
I think it's a shame for anybody that comes out in a team challenge, because you are not in control of it, are you?
No.
It's a joint effort. It's so difficult.
That's the one thing I said is I didn't want to go out in a team challenge because I'm not in control of my destiny 100%. Like if I went out on my own, it's myself, it's my own merit. It was my fault. Whereas if it's a team, it's like, it is your fault, but it's like not your fault, if that makes sense.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not blaming anyone else. I'm just saying like that I just felt a bit I just walked away thinking I've got so much more to give,
Yeah.
But in a way, just to put a positive on it, right? I think even in the bits that we have seen of you, it's been well enough to give people an appetite for more Balor, and you've left them wanting a bit more. Do you know what I mean? So, if you get a good, because if you get a good free sample, you get the whole thing after. If it's good, don't you?
I love that.
I love that. Oh, thanks, Freddie. I'll see. We love you.
No, because obviously I'm not gonna like spit on your cake and make you think that it's frosting. Not happening. I know that going out in a team game isn't good. Like if you asked anyone in the game, we were like, "Oh, please, not a team challenge," because like you just for the reasons that you said, that if you don't get a balloon off a stand and it was just you that didn't do it, right? Then that's on your own merit. But then if you just think you've done everything you can, but then other people have interfered with that by not doing the same thing, then I totally understand it. But I would still go away with your head like massively all the way up here, because I don't know. I think people will have an appetite for you. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I think, honestly, just to try and be nice about it as well.
Yeah, you should be proud, Bella. You absolutely smashed it and you were amazing. You are literally a superstar, so you should really be proud of yourself. You really should.
Oh,
You should.
thank you.
100%.
You should.
Oh,
And you could see how
Freddie.
much like how difficult it was, and there was a lot of like big characters in your team as well. And maybe that was what it was, because that's do you know what I mean?
Look, I'm not saying ITV constructed it. However, I just want to clarify, the teams were picked at episode 4. It wasn't like we didn't pick a colour out of the hat. It was like,
did you not pick it out of who?
No. We were told what teams we were in after episode 3. So episode 4 came, it was like, you are in this team. And then it was like, okay. And I'm not knocking ITV. I'm not knocking Initial. I think they're great, an amazing team, and I'd love to work with the teams again. However, it did feel like my team had so many dominant characters that we were bound to lose, because if you have too many cooks, it spoils the broth. So it did feel in a way that we had already lost before we begun. I didn't go in with that mentality because, you know, if I go in with that attitude, I'm going to lose. However, I did have in the back of my head, like, what are we going to do to try and rectify the situation? And then ultimately it was communication, but it just broke down. So I hear what you're saying, and I'm really glad that you picked that point up.
Yeah, they said when they picked the teams for us, they did say, "Oh, we've recorded it if anyone wants to see it." No one asks to see it, do they?
Yeah.
But do you know what?
Show me that footage.
Well, this is the thing, like, and also, again, I'm not saying that it's all constructed, but it could have been like, you know, they could have put the names into the pot and then recorded them picking out the names, pretending it was done legitimately. So it just didn't sit right with me. However, nonetheless, I'm really happy with how it went. I'm super happy with the experience. Yes, I went out on episode 6, but even though I didn't win, I feel like a winner, especially the fact that I'm now here with you guys.
You are a winner.
Winners.
We are winners. Everything happens for a reason as well. Like, everything does. So, and you should be proud. You really should be.
100%.
Thank you, Gorge.
Yeah, I feel like such a winner just because I've got you as friends. I'm just so lucky. I've won in so many ways. Like, having your friendships mean the absolute world to me. They really do. Like, hand on heart.
And that's real genuine. And also, this has given all of us a taste for TV, and you know, I know all of us want to do more. So
I want more. I want more.
Yeah, but speaking of more, Freddie, a little bird tells me that you have had more.
I was going to say, that makes me sound really good, doesn't it? That. Oh man.
Come on then, spill the tea. What's the goss?
What, in terms of like work for me and stuff, or like, oh, okay. Well, first of all, just dead quick before I forget, the other thing I would say that's come from you on about feeling like a winner from the show, this podcast. You know what I mean? Like, like
oh, bless you, Freddie.
Yeah, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, you went on the show to be on a show, and then you come out with the pod and friends as well.
Yeah, exactly
that.
So there you go. That's not a good, you know, if you put in the claw machine and pick them 2 prizes up, that's pretty good if you ask me.
But you've been on radio, haven't you?
I have, yeah. You know what? I was thinking, I was like, this is where an interview number, God, I've had about 5 in total. So I was like, that sounds pretty good. So yeah, stuff with my local radio. We went really good. The guy, the presenter guy messages me like just out of the blue now. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then he's also asked me to do like go back and do some more stuff, even though the show's finished, which is pretty cool. So and I haven't bribed him once with anything, and that's legit. So it's like,
Oh, that's amazing. Well done.
Brilliant. Well done. That's fantastic. That really is.
Oh, thanks.
Well done.
I was actually going to ask you, like, what have you been up to, like, since the show and stuff like that? Like, what have you been getting up to?
So I've had I've had quite a bit of good fortune. So I made, next best thing I'd probably say, I made my new live acting show, which you guys saw on Instagram and stuff. And
yeah, that was brilliant. I loved it.
So that's like a CV for someone like me. Just, it's like a good thing to try and get work out of. And I'm really happy about it came out, and other people seem to like it. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, your show reel, yeah, really good.
Yeah, thanks. I actually really tried with that. I know it sounds like really obviously, but when you really put a lot into everything.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the essence of Freddie in it. If I was a producer, I'd book you. In fact, if there's any producers watching this, book us all because we're brilliant.
Yeah, come on.
We love you, IT and Initial. Thank you so much for the experience and opportunity. We love you.
I love you most.
More than Nancy.
I love the casting team. The casting team are great.
And the casting team. Do you know what they actually are? I'm not I know we're saying this, but ITV, Initial, and the casting team.
Yeah, they are.
Have been amazing.
They have.
I just feel really lucky that we were part of that experience.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to shout out. I'm sure I'm going to miss a few people here, but Dave, he was like an older brother to me and kept me in track. Chloe, she was there for me when I had my Bella breakdowns. Pierce, oh my God, he was just such an ear just to talk to, and just you knew he was always going to be honest and open with you, but always keep it between you. It felt really safe with him. Oh my gosh, Charlie, what an icon. He was fantastic, wasn't he? The guy that was rounding us all up.
Yeah. I loved everyone you've just mentioned. I do really love Dave. Dave did make me laugh. He kept me as hug when he saw me. Yeah, he just made me feel better. I'd be like, Dave!
I feel like everyone tried to look after us as best that they could. So
they were brilliant. Yeah. They were brilliant.
Oh my God, the paramedics messaged me on Instagram.
Really?
Paramedics! Yeah. Oh, I loved the paramedics. I was there every day because obviously we had that. We had Haygate, which we don't talk about.
What was that? What was that?
We don't talk about Haygate.
We don't talk about Haygate. After that event, I was on the Strepsils daily.
Yeah.
At the paracetamols, I was popping 2 every 4 hours. But yeah, they were really good and they did look after us really, really well. So shout out to everybody on the show. You're great.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like as well, was this episode 6?
Yes, so episode 7 is this Saturday.
Oh,
semi-final.
What?
Semi-final.
Oh my goodness, yes. Nancy, you're a semi-finalist.
Yes!
Oh, how am I a semi-finalist?
Unreal.
I mean, obviously, I owe a massive thank you to Grant, the amazing Grant.
That was ridiculous, wasn't it?
It was ridiculous. That throw was epic, honestly. It literally just landed on my foot. My face said
It did.
No, obviously disrespect to you or anything, but you were literally just stood there doing nothing, and the potato just landed on the fork.
I thought the same, and it was so impressive how he literally told you, didn't he? He said, "I'm going to throw it where your shoulder is, it's literally going to be here," and the guy just did it. Like I said, new Statue of Liberty's Nancy with the fork and grabbed onto it.
Just there's a potato.
Yeah, literally. But we've seen what the guy can do with a paper airplane. That blew my mind when he did that. Do you know what I mean? So the guy's got them guns ain't just
very strong.
Fire them. So yeah, but I would have picked. We were all saying at home, I would have picked Grant if I was in your situation.
Yeah.
I was picking him all day long, do you know what I mean? No offence to anyone else.
No. Question. Did you get to go first because it was random, or did they say, Nancy, you go first? How did that go?
Oh, I don't bloody remember. I don't even know what I had for dinner yesterday.
Do you You know what? Obviously, I know we all love Danny as well, and I absolutely love Danny. So I found that really, really emotional to see Danny go as well. And I bet that was hard for like you two being partners, and then you went against each other like that.
It
Like,
was horrible. It was horrible.
And
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was sad to see Danny go as well. I mean, episode 6 was a bombshell of an episode, wasn't it?
It was quite, it's quite a bittersweet for both me and Grant. Grant felt terrible because obviously his throw, which got me through, sent Danny home, but you know, he stepped up to what he was asked to do, but we obviously felt terrible, and I felt really guilty. So obviously I was so happy to get through, but I did feel really guilty and really bad because obviously everyone loves Danny B. So it was a really hard one. Yeah.
I just felt like the pressure, like I felt really sorry for all 4 of you. So like obviously yourself, Grant, Danny and Huss, like there was a lot of pressure on all of you. Do you know what I mean?
And Huss, bless him as well. That was a lot of pressure for him. Yeah.
I feel like Huss and Grant would have felt so guilty and so much pressure because they have like your life in their hands. So, I bet that was really, really difficult. Like it was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't celebrate because I felt so bad. You know?
Yeah.
So I hope that come across that I was like, you know.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I've got to show you something quickly, right? Because this is going to make you laugh. So Bonnie's left something on my bed, and I was like, that is hilarious, right? Look.
It's not the gabble, is it?
Can you see it?
No,
can you see it?
So I can see it because
I'm talking. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? We'll have to fill you in on the private joke. So
we need to say this, don't we?
Yeah. So we because we got to a point where we had what they call black day, so you have a day off. I don't know if you guys were there. Dark day, not black day.
Is this when we went to Weatherspoons, or was this another day?
I think it was a bit later on because me and Bella had to go and get new tops because we'd run out of clothes to wear. So we had to go Primark.
Oh no, wait, I was there.
Because we went and had lunch in the pub with Ian and you're right. Oh
no, wait.
Oh, you forgot about me.
You forgot about me.
No, scrap that. I've just remembered. It was after you left, we had a day, because the dark, oh my goodness, where do we go? Okay, so we had the dark days, the extra days, because of the hay challenge, which is when we went to the pub. Then we had a dark day after, when it was just me and Nance.
Okay.
And then we went
include me. Why have you gone to Primark without me?
Yeah. Don't worry, we would never go to Primark without you.
You were there in spirit, babe.
We'll go Primark, B. We'll go.
Freddie, I'm available whenever you want to go.
Right, cheers, Matt. And just me and B are going to that one, so
we go to Primark.
But yeah, circling back.
Sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. Circling back to the Gerbil. Nance, the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
So obviously I was away from the kids for quite a while. We was, filming for a long time, and the kids were missing me. And Bonnie, who was 4 at the time, all she wanted me to do is get her a gerbil. Do you know what I just showed you? The moving gerbil. And I don't even know where it came from. We was calling it a gerbil. I don't know why. It's just one of them things. Anyway, I went into the shop, to the toy shop, and instead of asking if they had a remote control gerbil, I asked if they had a remote control gerbil. She knew what I was talking about. And she was like, yeah, over there. And that was it. It just stuck, didn't it? And
you missed out. The funniest bit is when we went into the toy store. I said, go on, Nance, say it. She went, no, I will actually. And I said, no, you can't. And we walked in, and Nance, straight face, she was just like, excuse me, do you sell gerbils? And I was wetting myself. And the woman went, no, I don't think we sell gerbils, but we do have rabbits. And then you and I was like, oh, well, maybe if you show them, then it'll be over there. And it literally has, what are they called?
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, it was just the funniest thing, and I feel like, Nance, we've just butchered the story, and it's just
Yeah,
not funny.
I'm sorry, but I was just going to finish off with saying, like, I gave it to her. She was over the moon. That's all she cared about was her gerbil. And then 5 minutes later, her hair was tangled in it so badly, I had to cut it to get it out. It was ridiculous. So there's no batteries in it anymore. Yeah, she just...
There's no batteries in it.
Does it vibrate?
It did.
I used to have one of them. Like,
I bet you did, you naughty girl.
Naughty. Sorry, Freddie, we get a bit silly towards the end.
Honestly, that was one of the things when I was like, when I've watched it before and I'm like, oh, it's going a bit spicy. It's like, yeah, I'll definitely go on now.
In the competition, Freddie, you loved hanging out with the girls, especially when me and Danny B were talking about boobs.
Well, you know, I've never shied away from a conversation about the aforementioned boobs, as you say, and I'm certainly not going to start when it's you and Danny. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not. So, and you actually taught me quite a few things. Like, I was pretty clueless considering. And then obviously, like, as well, like, just all us four in particular, like, hanging out and stuff. I've said to you before, like, love my dudes, but I've always felt more comfortable hanging out with the ladies. I just feel like it just goes better. And then I always appreciate it, though, because I know it's not easy to, like, let a dude into the group with the girls. Do you know what I mean? So I do appreciate that, first of all. So, yeah, because that's nice. And it's different for girls as well, so I get it. So, like, just having me and no questions asked, that's really sweet. So, yeah, nice one.
Can I just say, sorry if I'm talking too much, but I've just got to say, while I think of it, while we're on the subject of boobies, I can't believe I rubbed that ice block on my boobs and under my arm.
Did it work? Did that work? Was that what did it?
Obviously, I got through, didn't I?
Is that what did it, though, doing that? Was that what actually did it? Like, I know you did that for a bit, but was it that the tactic that got you the win? Is that what actually melted it?
No, I mean, might have been my sweaty armpit.
Oh, yeah, you did that as well, to be fair, didn't you?
When I first saw the advert, I was like, what is Nance doing? And then it all made sense, but good tactic.
Really? It was like, did I just see you rubbing jelly on your boobs? I was like, no, it wasn't jelly, it was ice.
That's the key factor, the
ice. It was ice.
Now that I'm out the competition, I'm going to just echo what you said, B. And, you know, Freddie, I'm sure you can relate. I do feel like a bit relieved. I feel like I can just actually watch it now and not just have this huge anxiety watching the whole thing. When I went out, I was obviously like, oh, that's annoying. But now I can just see what you guys did when I wasn't there for the last 2 days. And I'm super excited to see how it went.
Yes, it's exciting. Nancy, how do you feel about being a semi-finalist?
Amazing.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I'm just glad that I had a bit of airtime on this episode, because I think people were starting to wonder if I was actually in the show. Yeah, I'm excited to be in the semi-final. And I was just going to ask a question, actually. Freddie, who is your favourite to win? I mean, don't say me, because obviously I'm asking you. I mean, obviously it's me. But who, other than me, who is your favourite to win?
Oh, see, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because you don't want to, like, leave people out. And you did beat me to it. I was obviously going to say you.
Well, obviously.
that being addressed, you don't want to say people over other people. But me watching it now, like Bala was just saying, in the comfort of, like, like, I'm a viewer now. Do you know what I mean? I've crossed the other side. So with that in mind, and just watching it as a viewer, I just love Sarah. And, like, in the game,
Sarah has had a lot of people rooting for her, actually.
And Yeah, I just like, she was really like amazing to me in the show, and just you all know her, don't you, as well? Like, she's just like an awesome.
She's a
like,
gorgeous lady, yeah.
and
Yeah.
and yeah, she's, I don't know, she's just so like warm and nice and just like so like just herself, and that's why
She
people like her. You
is.
know what I mean? And so yeah, besides from you, Nance, I think Sarah's who I'd go for. When they asked me who I thought was going to win, when I like left the show, I guessed Ryan. That was who I went with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but I just thought he's so massive. I thought that's just got to come into like play at some point. Yeah. So yeah, on that very silly logical line, I said Ryan. But now I'm watching it, Sarah, Nance, Sant. That's what I want. So yeah.
Oh, do you know who wins?
Do I? No. No, I don't know who wins.
Bless you.
That's nice.
Bella, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Um,
B, can I just quickly say I've missed you so much this week and never leave me again.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Quiet.
I'm sorry. I did have everybody on Do Not Disturb. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just miss you. That's all.
Well, it was because I found out that you and Nancy went to Primark without me, and so
Yeah, we bought loads of stuff and we thought, oh, B would look good in this, but keep it quiet.
You just wait. When we go, honestly, I'll put theirs to shame. So.
yeah,
Don't
wait.
give
I
us
can't,
time,
honestly,
though.
Freddie, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So sorry, yes, Bella. Now that you're out of the show, what was your highlight and like favorite experience and stuff like that?
Ah, that's a nice question.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I don't know.
What you have for your tea? No,
you know what? I'm on the spot here. What was my highlight and what was my favorite thing of the show? So, I think hands down, my highlight of the show was meeting you guys. No, genuinely, like 100%. Like,
Fine.
you know, we've grown so much on the show and from the show. So I think number one is meeting you guys and Freddie, obviously. And then I think for me, what I got out of it the most was realizing that what I was doing in my life was not the path that I should be taking. And going on the show gave me that oomph to go, do you know what? I'm not happy and I'm going to rectify the things that are making me unhappy. And I think I've kind of done that and I'm doing that.
Oh, that's amazing, bless you.
I
No,
really
you should be
do.
proud. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
You should.
But, you know, loved the show. I think it's a really fun environment and the games were great. I loved doing the games and, you know, I'm super
Yeah.
competitive. So I loved doing the games. And so I would say amazing experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And I loved
Oh.
every second of it.
Yay! Hercules! Hercules!
Hercules!
Freddie,
Yeah.
I'll ask you the same question. What was your like highlight, the whole experience? Why did you apply for the show? Like, have you learned anything about yourself?
I knew maths was my weakness going in there, and that definitely like kicked me in the arse again and was like, "Yep, still got you."
Yes, same. I knew I was going to go on a maths one. I knew I did. I knew I was going to.
Just when you had Kieran on last week and you were on about the cutting the rope thing, I just said I would have just cut and then hope for the best, because measuring and people saying, "Oh, that's like half a meter." It's like, what's half a meter? Like visual. Like, so yeah, learned that. But then, I mean, a bit like Val said, honestly, when I went onto it, my thing for going on there was just all about like me being like in the acting space and just wanting that exposure and the experience of like just being on a TV show and all that kind of thing. And then like I genuinely never even thought for a second until I got there about like other people and like meeting other people. I thought, oh, I'm going on this show, like I'm going to do this thing, not thinking about the other people not just being contestants, but like, oh, these are like people as well. Do you know what I mean? And then the fact that there was like 99 other people and like I got on with all of them so much, that was something that's really cool. Like the fact that I'm speaking to you like now, and if someone had rang me up this one time and said, do you want to be on this show? None of this would even be happening. That's always like,
yeah.
cool. Like, oh, if that hadn't have happened, or what, you know, one of us had got cold feet or anything like that, but the fact that it's like just happened like this, that's cool to think about. And then I don't know, I think like you said with yourself, I'm like happy with the account of like myself on there, like because I did have a little bit just like maybe a month before the show aired where I was a little bit like, oh, I wish I'd have said this and I remembered saying this and I want to like recreate it. But then like seeing the finished product, like when I like up to my exit when I went out and stuff, I was like, if that's like the story of me on 99 to be, I'm like chuffed with it. So considering, I was telling Bella the other day, I actually applied to be on Big Brother the year before, got to the second round, and then they give me the boot, and then these rang me up saying we're making like a reality game type show. Do you want to be on it? So I thought it was a joke at first. I've said this before, Jamie, I thought it was a joke.
Girls, Freddie didn't even have to audition for 99.
Really?
Well, I had to do once they were like, oh, do you want to be on the show? We did a little Zoom thing where they like recorded me being daft, you know, just, you know, I had like 2 cups of coffee before I went on because I was like, right, I need to be Freddie on like full black. Genuinely, and it made me realize doing that last pod, how, I don't even know if you want to leave this in, but how quick I can talk sometimes, because them audio captions, man, they couldn't keep up with me. I was like, last time. I tried to pace it out a little bit, because I'm literally, you know, when you guys call me a puppy dog, when I get a bit excited, this is kind of what happens, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, overall experience was amazing. Like you said, all the runners, and I do have to give a little shout to Jack, the dude with like this slick curly hair.
Jack!
Because he was so lovely, and he's like kept in touch, and he's been in like a similar boat to me, and he's genuinely given some really helpful like career advice, and like really gone out his way, like stuff, not just like, oh, you know, the kind of offhanded like, oh, check this out or whatever. Like he's gone to effort to like chase stuff up and send it to me and do stuff like that. So like,
I love that.
That's so cute. He's
That's
so
sweet. Yeah,
so,
that's gorgeous.
So, yeah. And the fact that he's just like, as you can all vouch for, he's just like a really sweet dude as well. That kind of makes it like even better. So yeah, all round. And then just to finish, like what Bella said, it's when you were kind of saying, Bella, that it made you realize, oh, this isn't for me, which is amazing, by the way. The fact that something so positive then made you changes in your life to be even more positive. That's like so cool. But what it did with me was reaffirm that what I was doing in the space I'm trying to like move into is like where I'm meant to be, because I was like, oh, I think I did pretty good. So you know what I mean? It kind of gave me like the opposite to Bella in a way, but similar, where it kind of made me realize, oh, this is what I want to do, and this kind of thing is more of what I want to like.
So I guess for you it was more validating, and for me it was more like, this is what I like doing. I'm not doing it at the moment, so I changed the course of my life.
So Freddie knew he was doing the right thing.
He was doing the right thing. Yeah,
because it would have been awful if I'd have been like, oh, actually, I'm actually not that good at TV. You know?
Yeah, I hate being on telly.
Yeah, literally. And then I've just got like a degree in pretending and don't want to be an actor anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, oh man. But no, thankfully, that's what I'm grateful for. That's number one. That didn't happen. So there we go. So yeah.
Well, bless, yeah.
I've got a question for you, Freddie.
Okay.
What's next?
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Nance.
Oh, bless you. I feel so important when you're asking me questions like you can.
Can I quickly jump in?
No.
Of course you can. We're going Primark. Of course you can. Go on, B.
Just when you said that you like a puppy dog, I am exactly the same, Freddie. Like, I am a little puppy as well. Like, I feel like we would both be Labradors. Do you know, like, proper height there?
I would agree with that. And in fact, quickly, my first memory of B is that before we'd even spoken to each other, we both pulled the same northern face reaction to how much a pint was when we got to the hotel. Like, genuinely.
You know what? It's really funny that you should say this, because I agree. I think Freddie and B, you're more like Labrador energy, whereas me and Nance are more like black cat energy.
Yeah,
yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, we just like don't leave anything. You know, those two are a bit more mysterious, but then me and you, B, we just let it. There's no hiding it with us. We'll hang out, you know?
But no. So back to the question: what is next?
So first of all, me and B are going to Primark is the very thing.
You got to start selling socks.
Yeah.
You buy some socks to sell.
Yeah, we will.
We're gonna buy a hamster and we're gonna buy some socks.
Gerbil.
We're going on the But no, as well as that, I mean, so after the show reel, I then started still like persisting with my voice acting stuff, and then I'm actually on like a roster now where someone like finds me kind of like work and stuff, which is good for an audio book company. So,
you know what? That's my dream. That's my dream. I want to be an actress.
Oh,
I want people to find me.
Wow. If only you knew someone, Nance. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm very lucky with that. Shout out my guy Francis. He like is doing really cool stuff for me. So I've got to give him.
Hi, Francis.
Hey.
Hi, Francis.
So he'll listen to this, and he's in Quebec, French Canada. So that's like how far your reach has gotten, guys. Do you know
I love that.
I'm getting to watch it, but yeah. And then I just want it. I said to Belle the other day, I never really thought about reality as like a route for me and stuff. But I don't know, like you guys have all said, I've had a bit of a taste for it. And I kind of do quite like the whole experience of it. And maybe in the past, myself, even like I've like prejudged even just reality shows or it as a concept. But then when you're actually doing it, you're like, it's so fun where your whole day is just to think about like silly games, do you know what I mean? And then hang out with your mates after and you're being put up as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of that is just, I don't know, because it's like you get to be a kid for a bit because you're like, okay, we're going to play games.
Yeah.
And then if you're out, you're out. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Do you know what I love?
Oh, go
Sorry. I was just going to say, what I loved about it is that you had no choice but to be yourselves, because when you're in the middle of a game, you don't even know the cameras are there. And I love that we were just all ourselves and you didn't have to be any other way. I love that whole naturalness of it. Yeah.
I 100% agree with you, Nancy. I feel like every single person on that show, every 99er, was being themselves.
Yes.
Because you didn't know that the cameras were there. You totally forgot that the cameras were there. So everyone was being the true, authentic self. And again, the casting team did brilliant.
Yeah.
We are superstars.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's only
Everyone's doing it their own way.
It's like only watching it as like a viewer, and you're like, when you're there, you just kind of know these people. But when you're watching it now, like me and B have had a couple of extra episodes to like watch like as viewers and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, like when you look at us all like this way, there is like we're all like different like colors and variations and patterns like of people. Like they genuinely didn't overlap where there's like two people that you kind of muddle up for each. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like very individual in like a really distinct way. So yeah. With obviously us four being like, you know, the cream of the crop, but that's, you know, besides
the cream of the crop. Do you know how I kind of viewed it? I kind of saw 99 to be as like a little mini microcosm of society. It was just like society on a whole condensed into 100 people, and it was a true representation of everyday people. And yeah, we're everyday people, but we all had star quality to us.
Agreed.
So I couldn't agree anymore. I think we've all echoed the same thing. We've all said how phenomenal everybody on the show was and how authentic and how all encompassing everyone's characters were. So, and it is like a family. It really, really is. We all have our WhatsApp group and we all chat. I mean, the chat is active on a daily basis. You know, some days more than others, and there is a general vibe in the group that we all kind of have a camaraderie. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody on the WhatsApp group. I love you all, and I'm sure the
we love you.
But don't get me wrong, there's days where people don't love each other.
Oh,
on the whole.
No, there is a few. Yeah, I mean, a few people have left the group, which we won't say who.
Who has? Who? Oh, sorry, you were not saying. Sorry, you literally just said. Sorry, I generally didn't know. I was like,
we'll chat after.
Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry.
We don't want to give them any airtime.
But
oh, come on, you know, B.
I'm not. I'm not very good at.
Who's behind the fake account?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on swiftly.
Anyway, okay, I've got another question for Freddie.
Oh yeah, go on.
What is something that we don't know about you?
Something that we don't know about me. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
like a surprise.
Being the puppies that we are, you and me, we obviously give a lot out, so it's not much like, and I never shut up. They've said like a lot of things. I mean, I think most people know that I'm vegan, and Bala mentioning the 100 thing, it made me think, because me and Georgia were the only, the hippie Georgia, who I love as well, she's the other vegan. So I was like, oh, 2 in every 100 people, which is 1 out of 50. Matt is getting there. People are vegan. So yeah.
I actually didn't know that you were vegan.
That's why I could jump the queue for lunch every day, because I just went to the front and said, it's the vegan shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's you got special treatment.
What was the vegan food like though, Freddie?
I'll be honest, I'm not normally a big eater, like genuinely not. I don't. That's not a good thing to say, but I just don't. But I really liked it, to be fair. I think sometimes some people in our little corner, a little bit envious of mine. You know, they were like,
yeah.
Like, it's not actually doesn't look too bad compared, because I know some of you guys, even for like the non-vegan reasons, were a bit like, you know, cautious of the food, and I would notice it sometimes and be like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not having that kind of thing. Yeah. So no, they did me all right there.
Do you remember Beth? Oh my God, I just have to say, Beth, she wasn't happy with the food every day.
Scouse Beth.
I love Beth.
Lovely Beth.
Beth. We love you.
Beth, if you're watching, we
love you, Beth.
We love you,
my little
Beth.
Scouser.
Honestly, her reactions when she'd open the lid, she'd just go, I can't do that.
Oh, bless you.
It was the dinner ladies when they came in with the food. They were like, right, gruel's here.
And then some hipster vegan chef giving me mine and be like, there you go.
Yeah. Top London, East London chef.
Yeah.
Freddie?
Oh, go on, yeah.
Do you say dinner or tea for...
Listen,
like...
For dinner.
I knew. I was dreading that this.
Are you crying? Is it that?
I told you I'm emotional, didn't I? I told you.
We've broken him finally.
Well, it doesn't take much. It's like cracking a chocolate orange with me, honestly.
Oh, bless you.
But no. So right. You are right, B. Yeah, but I don't know what it was. You are correct in what you're saying, but I did fall into the trap, even though I'm like, you know, northerner and stuff, of doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'm so sorry. I feel like a traitor. Of course, I had
Freddie. Go, Freddie.
I had the tea.
Oh, she's gone. Bee's left the building.
I'm so sorry.
Where's she gone?
Come back.
It wasn't that shocking, was it?
She's so upset she's left the podcast.
Oh, first storm. Is that the first storm out on a team?
I think that's the first storm out we've ever had.
Yeah.
We've drove B to being Piers Morgan on air, man. Oh, she's back.
Yay, she's back.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about the tea thing. I do. That's why I was dreading it coming up, because it, you know, it's not very loyal, is it? You know.
It's okay. We can still be friends.
And then linking to the other things people don't know about me. This will maybe surprise you. I'm actually really into football. That's something people are always quite surprised by. They're always like,
really?
Yeah, like most people like see the pearls and the was mullet, and now like whatever this is. And
I've got that from you.
No, Freddie.
Who do you support?
Unfortunately, I am a Stoke fan, because I'm like just from where I'm from, and
because you're from Stoke.
Please think of me at lunchtime on Saturday, because we might get relegated, which for people that don't know football is the thing you don't want to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 10 kicks in the nuts. So do you remember the painting? The painting.
Yes, I remember the painting.
Have you got the painting with you?
You what, sorry?
Is the painting anywhere nearby?
He's looking at me. He's literally down there.
If I missed something, I feel like I've missed something.
You've missed quite a big thing, Nance.
What?
Oh, God. Bloody hell, Ballad.
Come on, get it out.
Is this my... Okay. I guess I can't really pass. I was going to ask you to explain it, but that's kind of
no. Come on, show the photo.
Wow. Okay. Right. So the little explaining that. So I happen to own a nude painting of myself.
Well, I want to see this. Show me.
Because I thought, right, I'm going for a career in the performing arts, which isn't like very stable ground to walk on, and art famously goes up in value. So I thought, worst comes to the worst, doesn't work out too great, I can sell the old girl to some like eccentric art dealer, and that'll be me sorted for a bit. So do you actually want to see it for real?
Yes, I need it.
Because I don't want to get done for. I don't want to get done. Go on, no, go on.
That's me and you being ADHD puppies. I just want to say, don't feel pressured, by the way. And these two sassy cats, try and you do not have to show this.
You're painting out.
Get it out.
Get it out.
Stop it, girl. Stop pressuring him.
No, but thank you. I mean, I wasn't feeling very pressed. Don't worry, it's fine. But I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to get done for like art flashing or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
It's art. Have like naked statues in museums. Yeah, it's art, darling. It's art.
Exactly. And this is what I thought. And I thought, well, you have, like you said, strangers naked painting on the wall.
It's art, darling. It's art.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Oh, well, no, I was going to say, I've got a load of them Freddie signs that I was going to like hold in front of you know what.
Come on, get it out. I've got my glasses on. I can see it now.
Glasses on like this.
It's a good piece. Like, think of it as like a genuine, like a piece of art. Do you know what I mean? Pretend
I love art. I actually love art. So I'm ready.
Right, hang on a minute. Can we see it? It's hard to see with the thing on, but yeah, there we go.
That's really good.
It is. Right. I can't see any naughty bits.
It's under the Freddie.
Oh, right.
Fancy.
Who did that?
Weirdly enough, it was my ex-girlfriend's best friend that did it.
Wow.
No, sorry, I always do that just for the joke, but no, she just happened to be really good at art. We were friends, and then.
So why was your ex-girlfriend's friend painting you naked?
Because she's a good artist.
That's broken all of girl code.
But to be fair, in fairness, I was friends.
Took the words out of my mouth, there, B.
Right, in fairness,
girl, and that is broken.
in fairness, I was friends with the friend first. If that helps, and anyway, like
that doesn't help.
That doesn't help. No, it doesn't work.
Did the girlfriend at the time know that you was posing with your cock out?
No, because she was when I.
It was his ex, so it's worse.
So no, I wouldn't have done it otherwise. No, yeah, she was like really. We it was all really kosher and like she didn't really care. Like genuinely,
it's art. It's not
art. It's art. No,
yeah.
I actually love art, and well, that's cool.
And if anyone knows, but you know what?
Girly pops and guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Oh no!
But our time is coming to an end once again.
No. Oh, it goes quick, doesn't it? You're right.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly. Especially when you've got naked photos.
Exactly. I know.
Oh my cock.
Painting on the podcast, right?
Oh my cock.
Oh, Bella, just really quickly, all our one-liners have been shown. I love it.
Ropey, done it?
Yeah. Love our one-liners.
Freddie.
I've got a notification saying we have to go. So otherwise it's just going to cut off. So let's wrap this up. Nance, do you want to do like a little ending thing?
I was going to say really quickly, Freddie, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
The only thing I want to say is you lot are the best. Thank you so much for having this. Has been even more fun than I thought it was going to be. And good luck with the cool thing that you're doing. And I genuinely always watch and listen to it. So please keep it up. And just well done on all what you've got from the show. And like, just keep going with it. And B, I look forward to Primark. That's all I'll say.
Thank you, Freddie. We've really enjoyed having you on the podcast. You're amazing. We love you.
Yeah, thank you, Freddie. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me. Honestly, generally, thanks for having me on.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And Bala, I'm sorry that you had to go out this week. And then, like all of us say, Nancy, you got this, girl, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Do it.
Got the flag. Semi-final.
Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble.
Get ready. Get set. Let's rumble. Everybody rumble.
Love you girls so much.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love
Take
you.
care. It's always me and Nance at the end.